Hello, everyone.
Let them join.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Everyone start joining. We have
Hi,
three, four.
everyone. Hello, guys. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning. How's how's everyone doing? Hey, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the another episode of our workshop series for Hyperhide, especially that we are focusing on for like last few months. And today we are going to build our own digital twin using Alice and Lazare. So Thiru will be walking through us uh, for the coding part. So how much are you excited to build your own digital twin? I would like you all to comment down below in the comment section. Hey guys, welcome to the new joiners. Welcome guys. We are having viewers from the different time zones. So yeah, I really appreciate that few of them are like really joining from in the like nighttime because I think in India it's a nighttime, right? In
Yep.
the part, yeah.
It's 9:30 p.m. here. So
I
drop your
think
time zone as well, and then what time it is for you.
yeah, it's 12 p.m. for me. I think in the Korea side as well, it's the nighttime, right?
Yeah, it would be like around 12 a.m.
Yeah, yeah. I really appreciate that people join from the different time zone and um, learn more about Lesia, Ali, Hyperion. I think we should start as we have like
Yep, I think we should start now. So, hello again, and hello, the new joiners. To set a context, we're gonna build a digital twin of our own using Aleph, and without any time we're gonna waste, we're gonna just start dive into coding right away. And before that, I'll also share the docs that we're gonna follow from the last AI docs.
let me share it in the chat section. Perfect. I'll share in
So I'm gonna share my screen. Yeah, and just to mention that we're gonna build this using JS, which is in Node.js framework. So it is like a Express backend, and that's where our agent gonna run. So this is a digital twin, and we're gonna build it using Aleph. And so for this, so what is this digital twin exactly? So this is a AI persona that is trained and spoke in your voice, and what it is trained on using your uh, like your historical Twitter or X archive. And how do you can get this archive is basically you can go to Twitter, and then there's an option to get your archive data. And once you can download that, you can able to get you can able to generate a character.json file. So this is basically a character file. It shows like how you speak and how do you respond, and the alert will be trained based on that character file, and it will respond as if you are tweeting. So this is the digital twin that we're gonna build in this workshop, and this is the important JSON file that we get from the character file that we get actually from Twitter archive. And to give you the context, you don't get it like immediately. Once you request, it will take up to 24 to 36 hours for you to able to generate it. If you want to build it, download, at least give the request to the Twitter a day before. And so you can also able to make it personalized. You can able to edit the JSON as well if you want. And um, you can able to do like you can able to create a character on your own itself just by providing the required data. It's basically lore and more and more details, so that Alec will be able to be more specific while creating the digital twin. The prerequisite is Node.js, and with like any of the operating systems. I hope like most devs in Linux, Mac OS, or even with Windows, it all works. And because even WSL is not like very required, as like most Windows support, like all the Windows operating system supports Node.js. And you need a OpenAI or Anthropic API key, not for agent mainly. You can able to use them if you want, because the LLM service that you use is up to your consideration. But here, why it is needed is it is needed to create the character or JSON file if you want to create it from your Twitter account archive, because we are gonna use a npm package. It is called a tweet to character. So we provide the zip file that we get from the Twitter account, that is our account archive, and we provide it to the tweet to character. This particular npm package does in order to process this. So if you want to, you can able to create your own character file, but by just manually typing it from end to end. So that is up to you, but this is an option. So this is the first step. And before that, step 0. So I have created a GitHub repository. This GitHub repository contains the starter kit. So it contains the base packages, package.json, and character.json that I already got, because in order for you to generate it, it will take at least 10 to 15 minutes. So that's why I have generated it previously. And we have a config as well. So this is for the Twitter client config. So without further ado, let's copy it. I'll open my terminal. I'll go to desktop and I'll create a workshop folder. And here I'll paste the command.
I'm sorry to cut you off. Can you make it a little zoom in?
Oh, cool. Sure. Yeah, thank you so much for reminding that. I always forget this step. So we cloned it. The next step is obviously need to change the repository to the digital twin starter kit. So here we can see the packages. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open it in a code editor. You can use VS Code or Cursor or anything, even Notepad. So that's just up to you. I think like nobody is using Notepad nowadays, unless if you are like a chat developer. So I use Cursor, which is pretty helpful. So let's go through them. So the versal.json is just for you to deploy in Versal, and the package.json contains the package list as well as the start command, which will run the node in index.js, and they will run the nodemon index.js. The difference is nodemon does watch for changes, but node doesn't. So whenever you make a change in any of the file, you have to close the server and then run it again if you run node index.js. But if you use nodemon will watch for the changes and restart the server whenever there's a change. And we have few dependencies. The agent Twitter client is the client that we use to connect with the Twitter account, and of course Aleth, and this is our agent kit. and body parser cause .dnv. Mongoose won't be used for us, and nodecron, nodemon, and uuid. If we want something specific, we can able to use that is just added for later use. So the first step is none other than install the packages. So once I have installed the package, the next step is I'll close the terminal. We don't need for this anymore. So I'm gonna skip this step because I already have my character.json file. So here the Thiru.it is my Twitter account. I have created it. So this have my bio, my lore, like basically this lore is nothing other than my tweets, highlights. Sorry, Nidhi.
I have a question for you. Yeah. So when we download the archive from the Twitter, so this is like, I mean, I'm asking for the new developers, like if they don't have much more idea about this thing, then are we going to get the same JSON that we are seeing with the lore, adjectives, and everything, or like we have to do, I mean, we have to create like this?
Yeah, this is a format, especially this particular npm package, this tweet to character provides, but it also be good for the agent to be developed. So this is like how you train an agent to tweet for you. So first thing is you provide a name, so who it should represent, whose twin it is, and its bio, and law in a sense what they have done before. So the agent is also able to reflect it exactly, and it's shown what I've been doing. Even I just refer as like served by many online communities. So serves as chapter lead for the community, and I've been part with the build space, run hackathons, uh, even like been a speaker. So this is basically this scrapping my Twitter.
Yeah.
So this basic scraps so that it provides in this particular format, which is lore, bio, adjectives. So using this format, the agent can able to replicate a particular person easily. So even without getting an archive from Twitter, this is possible. You just have to type it all by yourself. So that is the difference. So you have to like provide like how do I sound, and then this is the words I use. This is my adjectives. This is how people refer to me. These are the things I have done so far in my life. So the Twitter archive basically makes your life simple.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's exactly how it should go. And I mean, in the same format, like we need to feed the agent for like, I mean, in JSON, we should have like lore and your name and everything, right? Adjective.
Yeah.
But um, like, would you be able to show the new tools that how we can transfer or maybe convert archive into this JSON using tweet?
Yeah, exactly. I can actually show it to you. So just consider this character.json does not present. The only reason I've skipped this part because it will take like at least like 10 to 15 minutes, and we have to use OpenAI or Cloud API key. I will show you a glimpse of it, and you
Yeah,
can do the rest. So I do have this is the archive you will get when you download it from Twitter. This is being in a zip file. So once you get the zip file, you just have to do this npx tweet to character and just provide this. That's it. So you just have to provide the location of this file, and before that you have to install it globally. So how to install it globally is nothing than just npm I hyphen g hyphen
I
g. So g is for global, and tweet to character. And when you don't want it to be in global, you can just install it locally itself within this particular project. But if you install it only with this particular project, you may not able to use it for like everywhere. So the next step is npx tweet to character, and followed by this, and it will process it. Oh, maybe I miss tweets to character. Yeah, my bad. So there's a typo in it. It is not tweet to character, it's tweets. Oh yeah, so there's an unfinished session, but so here first thing is we have to choose whether we're gonna use OpenAI or Claude. I choose OpenAI and I have to like provide if there is any additional information. Let's say like uh, real name is Thiru Shivalingam. Just that. Next step is it will process, and in the next step it will ask for the OpenAI API key. So this will take at least 10 to 15 minutes. So once it is processed, you will get the character.json at the same folder. Let's see whether if it can able to provide it faster this time. Okay,
So that's how
let's see.
that tweet
Yep,
character help us to get like transfer, not transfer, but create a JSON from our archive.
exactly. And this is just the step to make our life easy. You can
Yeah,
create a character.json all by yourself
yeah,
and just sitting there and then typing about like 300 lines of character file. Yeah, you're open to do it.
yeah. But I mean, using archive will give us the exact details about our Twitter account, right? I mean, what
Yeah,
we are doing, what we are not, like in case if we are building for the production, and just in case if you don't want to miss out anything, something, then it should like this is the best way to create your JSON file using your Twitter archive. Maybe you can use any other social platform archive as well if you can get by any chance. If you can download the archive, then you can build the same persona for your other social account as well.
got it. So yeah, I think as I have a character file, uh, it replaced it now. So again, so yeah, we got it. So that's it. As I have already provided the uh, OpenAI API key, it just replaced my character.json. So once it is done, we have this character.json. The next step is you have to create the structure. We have the digital twin starter kit, but we don't have the other folders, which is controller, route, and services. So let's quickly create those folders. Controller, not here. Services and what? Routes. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes my memory power is not at the best. So we have this, and especially we need to have an index.js, otherwise our node server can't run because that is the main file that we declared in the package.json. We created all these and we made sure the character.json file in the root. Next step is to create the controller. So let's copy and paste. In the controller, we need to create Twitter controller.js and we paste it over here. Let's go through it one by one. So this is basically a controller in a backend route, and we import the Twitter config. So this Twitter config have this, and we use the agent Twitter client, and it logs in using the Twitter username, password, and email. If you want, you can use with API key, but in this tutorial, we're gonna use only the username, password, and email for the
Yeah.
authentication. Yep.
Sorry, sorry to cut you off. So I just want to ask you one question. That I mean, I mean, we'll go further with the username, password, and email. But what is the difference if we provide API key, API secret key, and API, I mean, access token on the secret access token? So, is there any difference if we provide like this other four variables?
No, it is just up to the person's comfort. So, however they want to use it. So basically, both provide the same result. There's like no difference in the implementation. I just want to use the username, password, email. Otherwise, so the basically either you can use this or this.
Okay, so
So it's basically option. Yep.
okay, so using API secret key, either the key and token or password and email, right?
Yeah. So either you use these three credentials or use these four credentials together.
Perfect. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, that's actually a good question. Most of the viewers might have the same. So this is the Twitter JS. This is a Twitter client component, and we use it, and we basically use the fs and path just to get the character.json files, and then we read it and store it in the character data variable. And we have let's look at the important function. We have post tweet cron and we have post tweet. So these are the important function. These are the exporting functions we have. Let's start with post tweet cron. So this cron, in a sense, cron is a script. It's a cron service, which means a service that runs based on a time limit, like a script or a particular function that executes through a particular interval. Like how do we get like 24 hours getting a notification, or like every 4 hours a particular task has to be done. For those we use a cron job, and this tweet also runs in a cron job. How it runs is we post a tweet every minute, or every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, or every hour. So that is what we provide over here. Here basically have a log to check whether this is starting, and if the Twitter client is not there, it will try to initialize again. And this is where the actual message is getting generated. So this generate working message function takes a username, and it awaits alit function, and it calls the alit function, and this is alit is asynchronous function, and it calls the alit function with the same username. And what this alit function does is it imports alit, and alit is our SDK, and alit have uh, support in Node, Python, Rust. In this tutorial, we're only seeing the Node.js part, so you can also implement the same thing in Python, Rust, however you like. And here's the preamble. Preamble is like providing context to the agent, and here we providing like your this particular character, the bio, your lore, your adjectives, your traits, and your style. So how to sound like. We are providing the preamble, and the model that we're gonna use is if you want to provide any LLM model, any local model, we provide the name. Otherwise, we say just use GPT-4 mini. And in the const, so again we declare another variable, which is the agent instance. This is nothing other than a name of the agent, and we pass the preamble. So here the agent instance is created with the context. Now we have to provide a prompt. The prompt is write one tweet in the particular character's voice, username, and optionally greet username. So it have to be less than 240 characters because there is a restriction on Twitter, and no code blocks, hashtags only if essential. Otherwise, like LLM will hallucinate and provide like just useless hashtags. So that is why we provide this, and then you can improve the prompt however you like. Then next thing is we create the chat instance, and we pass the prompt to the chat instance, and complete function is called when we wait. So it is a instruction for the chat interface, the chat instance, to know it should wait till the prompt is being receive the response, and then it will send the response back to result. And we basically use some text manipulation, the string manipulation for the result, and we just slice it and then show it. If there's an error, sometimes the LLM might hallucinate, so that's the error handling part over here. And so that's what actually the alert function does. So where do we left over here? So we get the message here. So the alert generates a tweet message on your voice. So let's say not here, let's say alert instead. And here the tweet result, so you can see the message, and then the tweet result is Twitter client, and this is the client that we call from the config we have. And there's a send tweet function, and then we send the message to it. So message that is generated through alert. And once the tweet is posted, you can able to get a response over here. Sometimes the tweet ID may or may not be responded, but it is already a tweet will be posted. The same thing, but it is done through API. So the same, exactly the same. The message is from the create quirky message. So this is for testing through the API. So if you want to use cron, you can able to use the above function. If you want to use it through API, you can use the post tweet function. The same implementation, the same Twitter client, the same send message, similar way the message is created. You just need to use it through the API. So just want to provide some resources where you can able to use it through the API as well. And so we have the controller. The next step is we need a env. So I go here in the root folder, I create the env. I will add the env details later. We already have alert and node cron. If you don't have, you have to install it if you didn't install it before. The next step is we need a cron service. So I'll copy this, and in the services I open cron service. Okay, we got this. So this cron service, nothing other than this is the service that runs post tweet cron, this particular function. So here the schedule is when we don't give anything, so it will take like 1 minute. You can able to change it over here however you want, like the interval that you want in this particular function to run. The function is none other than posting the tweet, and once it is tweeted, you can able to see it in the logs. And this is the basic template for how you can run a cron job. It imports the function and it runs it in the schedule of every 1 minute. And we have services, and the next step is we need routes. So that before that, let's copy the index.js. So index.js, you can see few things. One is .env, we see the env, we get Twitter routes, we get cron services, and we create the instance for cron services. We open up the cost. This is only for when you want to use it in as an API, and this is just middleware request. And API, this route is used when you want to call the same service through an API. We will definitely test it in this tutorial as well. And this is to check the cron services and then stop and start. So there is like no port for cron because the cron is not for API. It is a service that runs based on the time frequency. So we got this. We just need the routes folder. So the routes code. So this is again, this is only for when you want to post it using API. You can able to post a tweet using just through calling an API. So that's what this particular routes and the controller is for. We got all of this. What is our next step? Next step is we can able to test it through manually, and we can run and test it. So before that, I'm gonna stop sharing, and I'm gonna add the envs.
Meanwhile, he's adding E and V's. Uh, I would like you all please to take a really good advantage of us that if you have any question related while building your own digital twin or maybe mostly related to this workshop, but if you have any questions related to this AI, Ali, feel free to drop your question comments here in the comment section and take a good advantage of us.
Yes, and
Yeah,
don't be shy, guys. Don't be shy.
yeah.
Never be shy.
We are expecting bunch of questions.
Yeah, we actually have a dry run of engagements with workshops. We need more people to ask questions, ask doubts, and that is something I'm really hoping for after this workshop and even in this workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen again. Let's go. So the next step is to run npm run dev. So what happens when you hit npm run dev is there is a dev a command which will run node mount index.js. I do it and it runs. You can see the cron service started successfully. The tweets will be posted every minute. Let's wait. So this account that I used for tweeting is Ultimate Digits, which is just a testing account I have. I mean I also one of agent builders, so I think like devs understand with me. So we always have a an account just for testing. So it is my testing account. So in a minute the tweet will be posted, and we can open that account here also. Oh, sorry, not dogouts, it's digits. Oh, not this. Yeah, this. So here it is just like it is just basing just posting out of my lot. Yeah, so we can see like it is just 26 minutes 26 seconds ago, and we have the tweet graph URL as well. If I click this, okay, so this is the analytics URL, I guess. But we can see that tweet has been posted all through just the cron job and the load that we provided from the character.js file. So if we wait for another minute, we can able to see, yeah, another tweet has been posted. So yeah, yeah, it is also posting from my log. So this is how we can able to run it. And there is something else also I wanted to show you, which is nothing other than how, so the same way how we can able to test it using an API. So how we can done using that is just open a new terminal, and this is the curl command, the username, let's say las AI. Oh, so this is not running in, okay, so for now I think it is not running in 3000 port. Oh, it is running in 3005. Yeah, the port is running in 3005. So if I go and change it, interesting. So, oh yeah, yeah, it will not work because the route that I provided is not exist. So how you can able to debug this? This is the index.js. So this is what this localhost 3005 will look for, and then it will look for slash tweet. Is there a endpoint with slash tweet? No, it only have slash API, and within that route, it is a route controller. It, okay. It is the route. If I look there, it only have the tweet endpoint. So if I do that, yes, it does posted a tweet for me with just a single click, and this is how you can able to post a tweet from your agent, either through your agent, not just your agent, your digital twin, through providing your character.json file from your Twitter archive. It will create the character.json file using the tweets to character npm package. Once you got it, you can able to run this digital twin through API if you want, or else just a cron job. So you don't have to worry. You can just sit back and it will just continue posting on its own. So you can provide more lore to it. So this is the character.json file, right? If you provide more lore to it, lore in a sense, more context, and more like adding more things to your bio, the agent, the digital twin will get better and better. So that comes to the conclusion for the coding part, and you don't have to worry if you don't follow it from the starting to end. We have a main folder, so the main branch in the digital twin starter kit. It have the complete code, so you don't have to worry like, oh, I missed this. So you can follow up here. You just only need to add a .env over here. That is enough. You can just hit npm run dev for the cron job to start. I'll share this as well. Do we have any? Oh, no, we don't have any questions even after this. Come on, guys. We need engagement. We need the interesting questions.
I think they are understanding everything that we are sharing.
Yeah, I really wish. That's cool. That's cool. So there is even opportunities for you to build on Allied, build on Laz AI. We still have HyperHack open. There are still a lot of projects working on it. I hope some of the projects also watching this workshop. You still have the opportunity. There is a $30,000 bounty waiting for you to grab. So this is all on your plate. You can able to integrate. You can able to use Aleth, Laz AI. You can utilize DATs, Lazia inference or data querying within your application, and you will be eligible. And this, if you have like a novel use case of DATs, that is even more than welcome. And this is an opportunity for the builders, especially the RET integration track. Cool. Let's wait for a minute if you have any questions. Do you want to add anything, Nidhi?
Um, from me, yeah, I mean the same thing as you just mentioned about the hyper hack. Yeah, so make sure that you uh, take the elite extra bounty to your home, because we have the extra bounty for the elite integration. So you can use this, digital twin thing in your project if possible, wherever like you feel to fit this thing. So, yep.
Cool. I think we can wrap the session. And thank you so much for joining, guys. We have 296 viewers. So thank you so much for joining. I hope we can take some knowledge out of this workshop. And let us know if you have any issues while
Yeah,
using this starter kit or using Alith in general. We'll
we'll
be
go with
always looking
this
forward to help you out.
Telegram.
Cool.
Be available on Discord and Telegram.
Yep.
So let us know if you run into any issue or the questions. And if you don't have further any questions, I think we would wrap it up here. And we'll see you again on the another episode of the workshop next week. Till then, bye guys, take care and keep building on the elite.
Yeah. Bye bye.